Hi guys, this is Rara Coco, and this is about ticker symbol SAVA Cassava Science. You all know that twice the short sellers have made some destruction, made some false allegation with regards to Cassava Science. Both of them, they all lost. The investigation unsubstantiated, which means making false allegation for the benefit of the price of the stock to go down. I'm not worried about it because Cassava Science is one of the company that being investigated by DOJ for illegal act of short selling. Yes, you heard it from me. Cassava Science is being investigated for the short sellers who invest in cassava, okay, invest in cassava that are short selling this Cassava Science. They are being investigated for criminal act. So their time is coming. If SEC is not moving, guess what? The Department of Justice is doing something about it. So just hold on. Now, guys, there's another sign of the big one that is coming in, okay? As you notice, on this one right here, we are at $34.41, right? Saturday that week, I said we're going to have a massive increase of price-wise. The reason why being is because the short interest of this company, they are paying, the short sellers are paying huge amount of short interest. And the shorts that are being shorts out there, it's gone. It's none. And I think that there is a lot of synthetic shares that's being used and put into the market. That's the reason why I said they're going to make some move pretty soon to put something right away and increase the price of Cassava Science. That's why from after sale, I think they started covering, right? They started covering their synthetic shares only, not real shares, synthetic shares. They did it after market. So they start paying, right? Buying stocks, they're buying stocks. That's why it went up to 58.71. Now, everybody heard about this or saw what's going on. As soon as we open up that day, which is what day is this? On the 21st, which is 21st is Tuesday. As soon as we open up, you remember they halted it, right? They halted it, halt the stocks. You cannot buy, you cannot sell Cassava Science. Not for 5 minutes, not for 10 minutes, not for 15 minutes, not for 20 minutes, not for 25 minutes, not for 30 minutes, right? Almost 35 minutes. They halted it. Did you know that behind that scene that was covered, okay, the price of Cassava Science actually went up to 300 per share. They don't want us to know because there will be FOMO, and this will be the next one that they're going to talk about of stock manipulation and all of that, right? That happens at that time. So the price went up, they seeing it, they're the one who's controlling it. Now they start selling. All these short sellers are they're buying, and the other short sellers are now selling, buying, selling, until they put it back around $50. When it's stable around $50, they opened the stock market for Cassava Science. I just wanted you to know that I'm not a financial advisor, but that's what I think happened with regards to Cassava Science. And I just want you to know that is a sign that there's going to be a massive squeeze about to happen for Cassava Science. And that is an indication for me that it is confirmed. That is an indication for me that there is a synthetic shares out there that it's easily maneuvered. They did it, right? They buy it and all of that. They did it to each other, okay? And now they control it around this price range. And we're still up, right? We are still up 1.40% today, and we are up 0.70%, okay? Let's take a look at Cassava Science stats, okay? So today we opened up at $44.13. The high is 45.87. The low is 43.05. 52-week high is 146.16. 52-week low is 6.70. The volume is 2.84. Average volume is 4.72. The market capital right now is 1.77 billion. Okay, so the volume is low. The average volume is 4.72. The volume is low, is 2.84, and we still went up, right? Let me give you an update on what you can have so that you can use for next week, information wise, right? All this information I pay for. You don't have to pay for this. All you have to do is subscribe, and you can get an update with regards to Cassava Science. Okay, Cassava Science right here, right now, is still doing real. As you can see, I'm having a little bit of problem with Ortex, but now I got it back. So this is Cassava Science. The current short interest right now is 34.05%. 34.05%. That is high, very, very high. Current short interest is 12.76 million. Cost to borrow minimum 3.94. Cost to borrow average is 15.88. Cost to borrow max is 46.96. The utilization is 97.92%. 97.92%. And then cost to borrow 3.49. Days to cover is 2.42. Shares on loan is 14.49. So this information that I'm seeing is a very, very good setup for the MOAS, especially this one. It keeps increasing. The utilization keeps increasing. The short interest keeps increasing. The cost to borrow keeps increasing. Now it's 15.88%. And now it's 46.69. The days to cover, 2.42 days. If they want to close all of these current synthetic shares, or no, current short interest, right? This short million short interest, or the short that was shorted shares of the short sellers, which is 12.76 million. If they try to close this, it will take about 2.42 days. There is 97.92% utilization, almost 98%, right? There's just close to 2% that is left that they can use to short Cassava Science. All this setup, and also the Pintel, is a nice setup that I'm seeing for a massive short squeeze. Okay, this is one of the candidates. This is one of the most shorted stock, Cassava Science. So when you get this information, guys, I want you guys to please subscribe, because you don't have to pay for this information. I can update you on a weekly or a day-to-day basis. Now let's take a look at Pintel. Let me show you what is Pintel is indicating. So this is Cassava Science short interest. There's a 10,246,223 shares that are being shorted, and it takes 1.58 days to cover. The short interest is 27.34. That's very high. And the dark pool volume, they routed 900 to 224 shares in the dark pool. Instead of routing this to NYSE so that the price can go up, they routed here. This is one maneuver to reduce the price of Cassava Science. If they just bring this up all the way there, man, we're already in a massive situation price-wise. We're probably in 100 already. Dark pool volume short is 48.42%, little less. Usually 50, 60 is manipulation. 40, 30 is also manipulation. 20% is, that's the one that is a better percentage, right? So the short squeeze score for Cassava, woof, you are now, Cassava Science now is 51. This is good. It's 85.61. There's about 15,000 shares available to short this stock, okay? The short sellers can borrow this and attack Cassava Science, right? They're going to attack and use that shares to bring the price down if they need to. They usually use that for option, for put, and for the strike option for puts and call. They use it so that they can win the out of the money or in the money for the stock options for call and puts. Okay. All right. So let's take a look at FTD. So this FTD, this is failure to deliver. Okay. This failures to deliver is T plus 35 days. Okay. So from, let's say from 11/10, okay, from 11/10 right here. So that will be December 10. So that will be December 15. Okay. December 15. So if this is December 17, okay, 30 days, December 20, December 17, and then plus 5 days. So the possibility is 11/17 could be needed to be paid, you know, T plus 35 on that one is 647,000, 65,000 on November 18. On November 23 is 1 million. On November 24 is 228,000. On November 26 is 8,000. On November 29 is 50,000. On November 30 is 2 million. So they have T plus 35 days to cover, to pay for this FTDs, right? They purposely not deliver the stock to reduce the price of Cassava Science. I told you this stock right here, Cassava Science, is one of the most manipulated stock in the stock market. And it's because this is what's happening, guys. A lot of the medication out there for Alzheimer's disease, the one that's going on right now, are very scared of simulfilm because the simulfilm works. They will lose massive business. Okay, simulfilm will be the medication for Alzheimer's and dementia disease. It's working, and we are just waiting for the result for step 1 and step 2, phase 3, right? And they are doing really, really well. That's what I heard. Very, very well. There's even one family who's indicating that the medication works, right? They want to remain anonymous. You can't blame them. They don't want to lose that spot on that medication trial. So it is working. So whoever is holding Cassava Science right now at this price range, congratulations to you, because you know at this time this is a bargain price. And you know what's going to happen when this stock explodes to go up. It explodes really, really fast and really, really high, and the short sellers will go bankrupt, and will be closed, or either go to jail, you know, things like that. There's just a lot of things going on with Cassava Science. And if you like this kind of information, please subscribe. My name is Ra Coco. May love, peace, and prosperity be with you all. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. This is your Cassava update.